Congratulations to the class of 2020. I am looking forward to declaring all of you who met graduation requirements graduates of Seminole County Public Schools. I know the pandemic has caused this to be a most challenging and disappointing way to end your senior year. But I have to say, I've been impressed with all the creative ways you celebrated your 13 years of hard work. Please know that your principals, school administrators, and teachers have worked tirelessly to make this year as special as possible. With an alternate prom, alternate graduation, and even a virtual graduation date. How about lighting up your football fields and all the parades to recognize you? Please know that I am very proud of you and wish you well for a great future and a life filled with happiness. Find your passion, make a difference, and enjoy the next stage of your life. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Hello, I'm Christine Krause, Seminole County School Board member, and I would like to congratulate the class of 2020 from Lake Howell High School. You will forever be known as the class of adaptability, the class of creativity, and the class of resilience. I offer all of you good wishes as you move on from Seminole County Public Schools and hope that all of your dreams come true. At this time, it is my privilege to introduce Mr. Michael Kotkin, principal at Lake Howell High School. Go Silverhawks!
Welcome, friends, family, faculty and staff, alumni, students, those watching live via live stream, and distinguished graduates to the commencement exercise for Lake Howell High School's visionary class, the class of 2020. This is the most exciting day, and I am most privileged and honored to stand before you and welcome all of you here, knowing that all of you have finally made it. Before we get started, though, I want to welcome and acknowledge some very special guests and some very distinguished individuals. So allow me, first, representing the board of Seminole County Public Schools, school board member and a proud parent of alumni graduates from Lake Howell High School herself, Miss Christine Krause. Next, thank you to Superintendent for Seminole County Public Schools, Dr. Walt Griffin. Thank you as well to Mr. Mike Gaudreau, the Executive Director of High Schools, and I'm proud that you are here as well. I am now very honored and very privileged to welcome and acknowledge Lake Howell High School's 2021 Teacher of the Year, Mr. Scott Betzinger. Next, with the deepest sense of gratitude for all that they have done for this senior class and in organizing our graduation, first, allow me to thank sponsor, Mr. Tony Martin. A very special thank you goes out to SGA sponsor and Wonderall herself, Miss Deetra Dobson. A very special thank you for all the work that he quietly does and professionally and top-notch assistant principal, Mr. Michael Howard, as well as many others who have played key roles in making this event and the events surrounding the visionary class of 2020 happen. At Lake Howell High School, we are blessed with excellent administrators and support personnel who demonstrate daily their concern and commitment to education of all of our students. However, in a school that for almost 45 years has come to exemplify and personify educational excellence, Lake Howell High School soaring to new heights, it is the professionalism, the dedication, and the sheer ability of our teachers, the counselors and student services of Lake Howell High School that defines us as an educational institution. Faculty and staff, on behalf of this visionary class of 2020, the parents, and our school community as a whole, I want to thank you. Thank you for your hard work, your support, and your leadership. So thank you to our faculty and staff. Amazing, the very best that education has to offer. Graduation is indeed a momentous occasion. Parents and family members, to each and every one of you, regardless of where you are today, I congratulate you on a job well done. For today's ceremony is a culmination of years of support, discipline, love, and hard work, and you too have much to be proud of. So graduates, Students, at this time, I don't care where you are, join me in giving your parents, your family members, a hug and a kiss. Turn to them and say thank you, and share with them just how much you love them and appreciate them, and thank them for helping you get to this day too, because without them, you wouldn't be here. Seniors, as a class, you have achieved a great deal academically in the classroom, in athletics, and in the arts. So allow me to please start first with academic achievements for the visionary class of 2020. In the senior class, there are 75 honor graduates, summa cum laude, or almost 16% of the class has a GPA of a 4.0 or higher. And almost 10% of this class are 35 silver scholars, those students have a GPA of a 3.75 or higher. There are 55 senior members of the National Honor Society. This class has achieved. They have achieved more than $2.5 million in college and university scholarships, which does not include the Bright Future scholarships, which are to be determined. These are all tremendous academic achievements. Members of this class will attend some of the most prestigious schools in the state of Florida. So allow me to acknowledge where they're going. First, the University of Florida, go Gators. Florida State University, the University of Central Florida, the University of South Florida, Florida A&M, Bethune-Cookman College, the University of Miami, the University of North Florida, Rollins College, Stetson University, Flagler College, the University of Tampa, Nova Southeastern, Florida Gulf Coast, the Florida Institute of Technology, Florida Polytech, Florida Southern, Florida Atlantic, Embry-Riddle, Palm Beach Atlantic University, Weber International, Lake Sumter State College, and many of you will proudly become a Raider and attend Seminole State College. Nationally, some of you are off to some great institutes as well. Kennesaw State University, LSU, Newberry College, South Georgia State College, the University of Wisconsin, Western Carolina, Siena College, Brenall University, and New Jersey Institute of Technology, just to name a few. We are proud, and good luck as you step on to the next educational platform. I am also equally proud and honored to acknowledge that many of you in the visionary class of 2020 have committed to serve this great country by enlisting in our armed forces. We are very proud of you, and we wish you the very best as you serve to protect the very freedoms that all of us have come to love and appreciate. And above everything else, we say thank you for serving our great country. Good luck, and God bless each and every one of you. Athletically, as freshmen, you quickly came into your own as you fully embraced what it meant to be Hawk Strong. This class has helped personify what it means to be a Silver Hawk. Members of this class were part of great teams and great groups, as well as they served individually. You competed for the district, regional, and ultimately state championships this year alone. Our seniors athletically led the way. Congratulations to the girls cross country team that qualified for regionals. The wrestling team had a handful of regional qualifiers as well. And how about the girls basketball team who qualified for regionals? Finally, the girls soccer team. The girls soccer team were district champions and had a very successful season as well. There were numerous first and second team all-conference award winners, not to mention many academic conference award winners as well. So congratulations to our individuals as well as our team champions. We are so excited, and we want to say congratulations to you. But what is most significant athletically about this class is that 14 of you who are graduating will now move on to the next level. You have received full or partial athletic scholarships, and you are ready to participate in college athletics, and you're going to carry forward as student athletes. That's right, you'll be a student, and the athletic part is the cherry on top. In the performing and fine arts areas, an area that is second to none here at Lake Howell, you have equally sterling achievements. Seniors in our band, the Silver Regiment, the Wind Ensemble, the symphonic bands, continued on the road of superiority by earning straight superior ratings across the board at marching and concert, district and state level competitions. Unbelievable, the Silver Regiment. Our orchestra, led by Ms. Cinco, program is thriving as well as earning superior ratings as well. Congratulations. Also, our chorus. All of the different high-performing groups continue their tradition of dominance, not only locally and in the region, but across the state, earning just superior ratings across the board. Remarkable. The Dynasty Dance Team, that's right, the Dynasty Dance Team performed with passion and a commitment that is inspiring. The Dynasty Dance Team were recognized across the state with high superior ratings as well. And let us not forget the work that they did, whether it was with jazz, hip hop, contemporary, and contemporary ensembles. Let's also remember the great job that they did with one of my very favorites, Shrek. What a great show they had back in the winter. Your senior thespians in Troop 4937 continued their tradition of performing arts superiority as well at district and various other competitions where they too won countless awards and received numerous recognitions as well. Their shows throughout the year continue to be some of the best shows that you might not have seen not only at the high school level in Central Florida and in the arts and theater combined. Remarkable work by our theater students. This year, students in the fine arts programs earned numerous awards and recognition as their works are displayed across Central Florida, from the Heathrow Lake Mary Art Festival to the Maitland Art Festival, just to name a few. Then, your NJROTC unit. That unit continued to lead the way with fine young men and fine young women as they competed around the state with honor and integrity, which symbolizes exactly who they are as a group of leaders, not only here on campus, but across the state. Clearly, I could go on and on and on celebrating the greatness of this particular class, but it is now time to move on to talk to this class individually. As a class, the visionary class of 2020, for obvious reasons, you will always hold a very special place in my heart. I want to thank you. Seniors, thank you for the last 3 years that we've been together, for symbolizing all that is right today with what young people, who they are in the United States. And you're not always portrayed that way in the media. The class of 2020 today is a very special day for all of you. And for all of us here in attendance, whether you're at home watching this, you're looking at this on a phone, on a TV, whatever it is that you're doing, it is our privilege to be and with you today. Because regardless of where you are at, I can tell you that it is our honor to recognize you. It is the very least that we can do, and it is right that we are here doing that. So allow me to start here. For the last 8 to 10 weeks, or for the time that since I wrote this, which was in mid-May, and I'm now delivering this to you and you're watching this, we are in the middle of May that I'm filming this, or at the very end of May to be exact. And this has been so difficult for you and your families, what we've been plagued with, if you will. I can tell you as teachers, as educators, this too has been equally difficult for us. This has been a very strenuous time for all of us, and we see that all the time. We have and continue to miss you. Desperately, we miss you. I would simply say it like this. This has stunk. This is a terrible way that your senior year ended. This global pandemic, the worst to hit our world in more than 100 years, and you have been at the central hub of it this entire time. You've been at the forefront. We have talked about you and planned for you. And then this. If we could find anyone that somehow could relate to this, we would have to go back to 1918 or about 102 years ago and find someone from that class who could actually relate to you. They, like you, they were robbed of the last 9 weeks or however it was for them, but let's talking about you. You were robbed of your last 9 weeks of what some would say are the best, the greatest weeks of high school. Your high school journey just unceremoniously came to an end. You know, going to prom, going to grad bash, going to those last high school sporting events, going to the performing arts events, singing on stage, marching in an event, dancing, whatever it was. You missed the ceremonial part. Now, you're missing the ceremonial part of graduation, from being out at UCF, at the CFE arena, and that air-conditioned place, to where now you are sitting in the comforts of your home watching this, or you're with family, you're sitting so close, and now we're saying goodbye. You didn't have that opportunity to say goodbye to your teachers. You didn't have the opportunity to sign yearbooks, or getting chased in the halls by one of your favorite administrators. And all of the other nuances that are associated with closing out a school year. You've been doing this since you were a kid. It's just kind of what happens during the year. But as seniors, it is now time that you don't get to don your cap and gown, and you don't get to march in ceremoniously necessarily, unless we get to do now the ceremony in July to pomp and circumstance. And having in the stands and waving at you and yelling at you and shouting at you, your family and friends, as you march into this monumental occasion filled with 13 years of a life's milestone was taken from you. And the final lesson in your 13 years being in school now comes to an unceremonial ending. And what many would say, and understandably so, a not so fair lesson in what you have been served. It's a final lesson indeed. It's a hard lesson. And at the end, it's a lesson, and a critically important one. And I want you, seniors, to understand that life isn't always fair. You've lost something that you can never get back. And it breaks our heart. In her poem, One Art, Elizabeth Bishop writes, "The art of losing is not hard to master." She urges herself in her poem that loss can be handled and it can be conquered. She says she'll be okay, and by the end of the poem, her heart is in a million pieces. She says, you've lost something precious too. You have. It's monumental. You're allowed, seniors, to grieve. You're allowed to spend time in reflection in what could have been. It is natural. However, another Elizabeth Koppler-Ross, she says, she spends her life studying death. And she writes about the stages of grief, denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and the final stage, acceptance. So here you are watching this now in July, and some would say, it is what it is. Others might say something along the lines of, why me? Or perhaps, this isn't fair. So now you must draw on life skills that I hope and pray every day that go beyond graduation, that we have been able to instill in your heart here at Lake Howell. Certainly I hope and I pray that just as you have been taught English, math, science, social studies, and any other subject area, that we've truly been able to give you something. And I pray that we've been able to arm you with these life skills too. Perhaps the most important one that you need to draw upon is this word, is this skill, resilience, grit. According to a recent survey that I read online during the middle of all of this, many of you now might decide to hold off on attending college. Perhaps you want to wait and see what's going to happen. In the coming weeks or coming months, you're going to just kind of see what happens around the world. Maybe you delay going to the military. Maybe out of fear for the ever-changing world that we live in. So quickly changing and so quickly happening that you don't know what to do. So resilience is more important than ever in these troubling and some might say traumatizing times. All of us back in the middle of March when all of this started in 2020 had our lives forever changed. It was like in a New York minute, things just happened. Forever our world was turned upside down as we went from the liberty of spring break, and all that it would and could mean during your senior year to come back now with 9 weeks to go, and your year is suddenly and unexpectedly turned upside down. You were told shelter in place. I've never heard of shelter in place. Stay inside your home. It was as if you were a child again and you were sent to your room. You had just been grounded. Go to your room, no dinner for you. And suddenly you didn't know what to do. None of us did. The human spirit is enduring and powerful. This global pandemic will not be the worst thing that's ever going to happen to you. Right now, it feels that way to all of us. You must use this experience to learn one of the most critically important life lessons. When you get knocked down, you must get up. Chances are that you're going to need this again in the future too. Like I said, I hope we've given that to you here at Lake Howell. British Paralympian and swimmer Chris Holmes once said, "I look forward to getting knocked down because it's a chance for me to stand back up and show life the grit from which I am made." At the time of this great uncertainty that we're all living in, the resourcefulness is another skill, resourcefulness, that you need to help sustain as you moving forward. Like any one of us knew when we welcomed in 2020, when we watched the ball drop, probably with Ryan Seacrest or one of those others in New York City in Times Square in March, we would be facing this. Who knew that our life would be turned upside down? Please, not even our valedictorian, Ryan Suku, knew that this was going to happen. Disruption often inspires innovation. Look around. Pay attention, seniors, and imagine how our new reality will transform the world around us. As Biz Tone, the founder of Twitter, wrote, "Find a need and fill it. Now is the perfect time, class of 2020, to reassess and reconnect." This experience has allowed us to think about a lot of things. The path you truly want to pursue, the kind of person you want to be, how and where you want to spend your time. Author Annie Dillard once said this: "How we spend our days is, of course, how we spend our lives. Even if it feels like the world is standing still, every single day the world has something, and you have something to give. You have a gift. What it gives you is up to you, and what you give back is up to you. Don't waste it. Even if you are stuck at home, your parents are driving you crazy. I bet you're driving them crazy too. All the while sheltering in place. Take this opportunity, run with it. Use this amazing opportunity to see the positives in things. Don't dwell." Another important COVID-19 life lesson is that exist. No matter how many times you sat in a WebEx, a Zoom, TikTok, Twitter post, FaceTime that you have done, nothing can replace spending time together with the people that you love. Being together with them, there is nothing like that at all. Soon enough, you'll emerge from what seems like darkness to a time period that none of us have ever imagined. We don't even know what it'll look like when we return to normal life. But instead of a new normal, perhaps our focus should be on a new and improved normal. Maybe we come out of this stronger, wiser, more compassionate, and more appreciative, love more. A better normal where we continue to recognize and celebrate the new heroes that have helped to take care of us. Healthcare workers, those that prescribe our medicine and see to it that we are getting healthier. Teachers, educators, those who have taught us to read and write, arithmetic. It is a new appreciation for those things that we oftentimes took for granted. Maybe it's the realities of who we are as a world and a society that has come to life now. While we have been in this global pandemic, to realize that our world is waiting on you, the class of 2020, to help positively change it for the better. With you as the new leaders, it is together envisioning a world for all of us that is better, kinder, more loving, more social, and human-centered. Rather than being self-centered, it is your collective ability to, as Gandhi once said, you must be the change you wish to see in the world. I am so sorry that right now I'm not looking out at a sea of faces, staring back at me as I speak to you. God, I miss you dearly, and I missed the chance to stand before you with you and your Lake Howell High School navy blue cap and gown. But you need to know, regardless of where you are at and what you're wearing at time of graduation, that I am proud of you. We are proud of you. I know that you're proud and excited. You're a little bit scared too. Whether we see one another directly again or not, I'm not sure. Whether we see each other in July or like now virtually, I can't wait for the day and time to be able to spend it with you. I pray that you take time at some point to stand up, throw your cap in the air, and celebrate. Because despite the obvious odds, visionary class of 2020, you have done it. And the world is now waiting for you and all that you have to offer. And what exactly you will do next, I don't know. How great it is to be young. I now leave you with these words from Mark Twain. He says, 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the ones you did. Throw off your bow line, sail away from the safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sails, explore, dream, discover. So now the visionary class of 2020, on behalf of the faculty staff of Lake Howell High School, I personally say thank you. I congratulate you on a job well done. Good luck, Godspeed, and the best wishes on a lifetime of happiness. Have that grit. And for one final time, I say to you, have pride, be punctual, respectful, have integrity, be dependable, and strive for excellence. And as always, go Silverhawks.
It's fire. As we go on, we remember all the times we spent together. As our lives change from whatever, we will still be friends forever.
What are you guys most excited for senior year?
Soccer season, prom, graduating, and football season. Definitely football season. Senior lunch.
I'm really excited to this is the final chapter of high school, really wrapping it up and seeing all the fun events we do as seniors all together. Go class of 2020.
Fire pup.
Just all the privileges and activities, and then spending
Just all sporting events, soccer season.
to finally graduate.
I'm excited to be going to Lake Howell for my senior year.
Graduation.
What are your goals for senior year?
Just really having fun and getting my grades up, getting accepted into college I want to go.
Just to have fun and get your grades, I guess.
To end up more confident by the end of the year.
What has been your favorite part about high school so far?
High school sports.
Performing arts. You gotta love this spirit, man. Every single time I go perform one of these guys, no matter who it is, all it is team spirit. Go Lake Howell.
So far, for me at least, has been the people around it, the teachers, my friends. I'm part of dance, so a good family atmosphere. Just enjoying that every day.
Fries, Monday, and football. Football, lunch is the best part.
Playing for my high school soccer team. School spirit and friendships! My favorite part of high school is cheering at the football games.
School spirit at Browns.
My favorite part of high school has been marching with the school regiment. I love dance so much, and I can't wait to get out there for my senior year.
I wish somebody would have told me, babe, that someday these will be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Some days when your whole life's gonna change, you'll miss the magic of these good old days.
I was thinking about the band. I was thinking about the fans. We were underground, loading merch in that 12-passenger van in a small club in Minnesota, and the snow outside of First Ave. I just wanted my name and a star. Now look at where we at, still growing up, still growing up. I would lay in my bed and dream about what I'd become. Couldn't wait to get older, couldn't wait to be some. Now that I'm here, wishing I was still young. Those good old days.
I wish somebody would've told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. 'Cause someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of the good old days.
Wish I didn't think I had the answers. Wish I didn't drink all of that glass first. Wish I made it to homecoming, got up the courage to ask her. Wish I would've gotten out of my shell. Wish I put the bottle back on that shelf. Wish I wouldn't have worried about what other people thought and felt comfortable with myself. Rooftop open, and the stars above. Moment frozen, sneaking out and falling in love. Me, you, and that futon, we just begun. On the grass dreaming, figuring out who I was. Those good old days.
I wish somebody would've told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. 'Cause someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of the good old days.
Never thought we'd get old. Maybe we're still young. Maybe you always look back and think it was better than it was. Maybe these are the moments. Maybe I've been missing what it's about. Been scared of the future, thinking about the past while missing out on now. We've come so far, I guess I'm proud. And I ain't worried about the wrinkles around my smile. I got some scars, I've been around. I felt some pain and seen some things, but I'm here now. Those good old days.
Once upon a younger year, when all our shadows disappeared, the animals inside came out to play. Went face to face with all our fears, learned our lessons through the tears, made memories we knew would never fade. One day my father, he told me, son, don't let it slip away. He took me in his arms, I heard him say, when you get older, your wild heart will live for younger days. Think of me if ever you're afraid. He said one day you'll leave this world behind, so live a life you will remember. My father told me when I was just a child, these are the nights that never die. My father told me.
I just laugh, put my kicks up on they desk, unaffected by they threats, then get busy on they. See, that's how that Chateau made me, that's how my daddy raised me. That glittering may not be gold, don't let nobody play me. If you are my homeboy, you never have to pay me. Go and put your hands up, when times is hard, you stand up. LUP the man, cause a brand that the fans trust. So even if they ban us, they'll never slow my plans up. Already the show goes on all night till the morning we dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they would see the sun? Just remember when you come up. Show goes on all night. Already the show goes on all night till the morning we dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they would see the sun? Just remember when you come up. One in the air for the people ain't here. Two in the air for the father that's there. Three in the air for the kids in the ghetto. Four for the kids that don't wanna be there. None for the trying to hold him back. Five in the air for the teacher not scared to tell those kids that's living in the ghetto that the holding back that the world is theirs. Yeah, yeah, the world is yours. I was once that little boy, terrified of the world. Now I'm on a world tour. I will give up everything, even start a world war for these ghetto girls and boys. I'm rapping around the world for Africa to New York, Haiti then I detour, Oakland out to Oakland, Gaza Strip to Detroit. Say hip hop only destroy. Tell them look at me, boy. I hope your son don't have a and never be a D-boy. Already the show goes on all night till the morning we dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they would see the sun? Just remember when you come up. The show goes on all right. Already the show goes on all night till the morning we dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they would see the sun? Just remember when you come up. So no matter what you've been through, no matter what you into, no matter what you see, when you look outside your window, brown grass or green grass, picket fence or barbed wire, never ever put them down. You just lift your arms higher, raise them till your arms tired. Let them know you there, that you struggling, surviving, that you gon' persevere. Yeah, ain't nobody leaving, nobody going home. Even if they turn the lights out, the show is going on. Alright, already the show goes on all night till the morning we dream so strong. Anybody ever wonder when they would see the sun? Just remember when you come up. The show goes on alright. Already the show goes on all night till the morning we dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they would see the sun? Just remember when you come up. The show goes on, goes on, show goes on.
Hey, how have you?
Didn't let just anybody in that club. Took every ounce of heart and sweat and blood to get to wear those game day jerseys down the hall. The kings of the school, man, where the boys are fall. Well, it's turning face to stars and stripes. It's fighting back them butterflies. It's calling in the air, all right, yes sir, we want the ball. And it's knocking heads and talking trash. It's slinging mud and dirt and grass. It's I got your number, I got your back. When your back's against the wall, you mess with one man, you got us all. The boys will fall. In little towns like mine, that's all they got. Newspaper clippings fill the coffee shops. The old men will always think they know it all. Young girls will dream about the boys will fall. Well, it's turning face to stars and stripes. It's fighting back them butterflies. It's calling in the air, all right, yes sir, we want the ball. And it's knocking heads and talking trash. It's slinging mud and dirt and grass. It's I got your number, I got your back. When your back's against the wall, you mess with one man, you got us all. The boys will fall. Well, it's
Let's go! Alright. Oh, you already know what's going on. First preseason game. Richie, don't let me return to the mat. Get up what it is, what it is, what it is, what it is. Looking for a better way to get up out of bed instead of getting on the internet and checking a new hit. Me get up. First shot, come strut walking. A little bit of humble, a little bit of cautious. Somewhere between like Rocky and Cosby's for the game. No, we all can't copy. Walking in this here is our party. My posse's been on Broadway, and we did it all way. Chrome music. I shed my skin and put my bones into everything I record to it. And yeah, I'm on. Let that stage light go and shine on down. Got that Bob Barker soup game and Plinko in my style. Money, stay on my grind, don't stick around for those pounds. Could I do that to pass the torch and put on for my town? Trust me, on my INDEPENDENT. Hustling, chasing dreams since I was 14 with the 4-track bus. Halfway across the city with the back crush. Labels out here, now they can't tell me nothing. We give that to the people, spread it across the country. Labels out here, now they can't tell me nothing. We give it to the people, spread it across the country.
Here we go back, this is the moment. Tonight is the night, we'll fight till it's over. So we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us. Here we go back, this is the moment. Tonight is the night, we'll fight till it's over. So we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us.
Now, can I kick it? Thank you, yeah, I'm so grateful. I grew up really wanna go fronts, but that's what you get when Wu-Tang raised you. Y'all can't stop me, go hard like I got an 808 in my heartbeat. And I'm eating at the beat like it gave a little speed to a great white shark on shark. We raw, time to go off, gone. Deuces goodbye, I got a world to see. And my girl, she wanna see Rome. Caesar make you a believer, nah, I never ever did it for a throne. That validation comes from giving it back to the people. Now, sing this song and it goes like, raise those hands, this is our party. We came here to live life like nobody was watching. I got my city right behind me. If I fall, they got me. Learn from that failure, gain humility, and then we keep marching.
And we go back, this is the moment. Tonight is the night, we'll fight till it's over. So we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us. Go back, this is the moment. Tonight is the night, we'll fight till it's over. So we put our hands
past to prepare for this. Tripping in the world could be dangerous. Everybody circling as vultures, negative, nepotist. Everybody waiting for the fall of man. Everybody praying for the end of times. Everybody hoping they could be the one. I was born to run, I was born for this. Whip, whip, run me like a racehorse, pull me like a ripcord, break me down and build me up. I wanna be the slip, slip, word upon your lip, lip, rather that you rip, rip, break me down and build me up. Whatever it takes, 'cause I love the adrenaline in my veins. I do whatever it takes, 'cause I love how it feels when I break the chains. I'll do what it takes.
Tonight, the CDC is calling the coronavirus a tremendous health threat.
Now to growing concerns about the deadly coronavirus officially hitting the U.S.
Now to breaking news out of Tallahassee. Just about an hour ago, Governor Ron DeSantis announcing students will not physically return to school for the remainder of the school year.
Schools will remain closed. K through 12 students in the entire state will continue distance learning through the rest of the academic year.
And Governor Ron DeSantis officially announced that distance learning will continue for all Florida schools through the end of the school year.
Hear our battle triumph for all conflict. Hail to Lake High.
Good evening, friends, family, teachers, administration, guests, and of course, the class of 2020. On behalf of the class of 2020, thank you all for joining us for this monumental occasion. We have come a long way from aimlessly walking around school on our first day freshman year with our head pointed straight down, trying to make sense of the numbers on our bright yellow schedules. We are all excited for the new adventure of high school, but I'm also sure that we are all looking forward to growing up and eventually finishing school. Our 4 years together at Lake Howell have certainly been some of the best, if not the best years of our lives. We have made a lifetime of memories at sporting events, pep rallies, theater performances, and yes, even in math class. We have seen Lake Howell change during our 4 years. Now, I'm not talking about the new additions to the school, such as the swimming pool, or my personal favorite, the new turn lane going into school, but we saw the spirit of a whole school change. Our spirit has been more than air horns and signs at pep rallies or baby powder at a game. It is the entire atmosphere at Lake Howell. The best way to describe this is how we hear on the announcements every morning and afternoon. Let's have pride, Silverhawks. Let's be punctual, respectful, have integrity, be dependable, and strive for excellence. Our senior year started on the field at Senior Sunrise, where we have watched games, band performances, had gym class, and this is our senior sunset. We are all here to graduate from the place that we have called home for the last 4 years. As we leave here tonight, don't be sad that high school is over. Instead, be happy that you won the lottery for being a part of the best class at the best high school. That is approximately 1 in 1 million. I would like to end with a quote from the late poet Juice WRLD. As we go on, we remember all the times we spent together. As our lives change from whatever, we will still be friends forever. Never forget these extraordinary past 4 years of our lives. Wherever life takes us, we will always be a family of Silverhawks. Thank you, and I wish the best of luck to the class of 2020. And as always, go Silverhawks.
Class of 2020, the last couple months have been full of uncertainty for all of us. We have missed major senior year milestones that we waited years to partake in. However, my fellow Silverhawks, there is always a silver lining. The adversity that we have faced has led us to persevere and grow as students and as people. These recent struggles and obstacles have prepared us for anything in our past. Nothing from the present has slowed us down. We have learned to make sacrifices for the benefit of our community, to appreciate the small things, and to never take anything for granted. This pandemic has taught us to live in the moment and to focus on the present times as we are unsure of what is to come. That being said, in the words of Roy Bennett, if you want to be happy, do not dwell in the past, do not worry about the future, focus on living fully in the present. Thank you.
Good evening, Lake Howell faculty and staff, families, friends, and most importantly, the class of 2020. I would first like to thank my parents, family, friends, and teachers for everything that they have done. I have been to both my sisters' and brothers' graduations, and I never really did comprehend that one day I would be standing here. I will admit that I'm a little scared and nervous for what the future holds for me, and I'm sure that many of you feel the same way. As Michael Jordan once said, being nervous isn't bad. It just means something important is happening. In our case, the important thing happening is the end of a 13-year journey, our high school graduation. After today, life will take us in many different directions, whether it be college, military, trade school, or a job. In all of these endeavors, we need to remember what is important in life. By important, I mean being happy, having a positive impact on society, and being kind to one another. That last sentiment was so important, to be kind to one another. I say this twice because as human beings, we all have our own stories, and it's important to hear each other's stories and to appreciate our differences because they make the world beautiful and fascinating. As Michelle Obama once said, our greatness comes when we appreciate each other's strengths, when we learn from each other, when we lean on each other. As humans, we forget a lot. We forget what we did, we forget what we learned, but one thing we always remember is the relationships that we have with each other and the kind of people that we were. This is what our legacy is, and a legacy worth leaving is only one where we have left hope and happiness with the people that we have encountered. I have no doubt that we will all pursue our passions and transform our dreams into reality. In life, we will face many obstacles, but if the recent pandemic has taught us anything, it is that we are a resilient class. Class of 2020, it has been a great 4 years together. Thank you and congratulations.
Good evening. After 13 years of hard work, we are here to celebrate the end of this chapter of our lives. After today, we'll begin our next chapter. For some of us, that means going to college. For others, joining the military or entering the workforce. I'm supposed to stand here today and give a motivational speech and tell you how great all of our futures will be. But when I started writing this while being at home, away from Lake Howell, missing special events we planned all year, I would be lying if I did not tell you I struggled. How could I motivate anyone in times like these? There's so much unknown. We're in a situation no one else, not even our parents, has ever been in. I thought to myself that I don't know if our futures will be great. I don't know what our futures hold. But then I came to a realization. I didn't need to worry about that. Because what I do know is how resilient this class of 2020 is. I do know how passionate this class of 2020 is. And I do know that no matter what happens, we always get through it. We make our own path, make change, and we don't let anything stand in our way. We fight through adversity, and we don't let anything hold us down. We lost Powder Puff twice, multiple pep rallies, and now we had Grad Bash, prom, and countless other events taken away. After all those losses, we're still here and we're okay. We had all that happen, but we're still the most passionate and most spirited class Lake Howell's ever seen. I have to reflect back on freshman year and our first pep rally. The gym was packed, and for the first time, I saw all the freshmen huddled together, and we were actually a class. Junior year, we became a family. The class of 2020 grew together. We had so much fun at pep rallies, attending sporting events, going to prom, and winning the most spirited school in Florida. Senior year started strong with our homecoming parade, great times watching football, and creating the loudest student section for all our great Lake Howell teams. The truth is that we did have a terrible thing outside of our control happen to our nation, our state, and our school. Today we stand here on the other side of that event, and I positively know that no matter what we choose to do next in our lives, we will be successful. Because you see, we are Silverhawks, and we can do anything. Thank you.
Alexia Abel. Karina Acosta. Carlton Acup. Jaziana Adams. Zachary Adams. Ariel Augusto Vieira. Rachel Akers. Jesse Ailman. Anaya Alicia. Jeremiah Alvarado. Camila Alvarado Pino. Carmen Anaya Anglero. Sean Anderson. Chantal Arias. Jerry Ariola. Corson Orojo. Grayson Ashley. Sophia Ascent. Shana Okia Ramirez. Sierra Avalos. Tanner Baggett. Fallon Badenman. Jakira Bailey. Thalia Balak. Chase Barton. Jalen Baxter. Trevor Bell. Carson Bement. Jaria Berry. Renette Bishara. Angelica Betancourt, Ryan Betzinger, Taylor Bias, Lexus Blackman, Brett Blanks, Nicholas Bohr, Demir Bonga, Cameron Bonnet, Corey Bratcher, Courtney Bratcher, Eden Brathwaite, Brandon Brongart, Anna Brightfuss Duran, Asa Bridges, David Brinkley, Genesis Briones Araujo, Isis Britt, Yannick Brown, Zanye Brown, Avani Bryan, Yashanti Byers, Daniela Calagiuri, Aidan Callahan, Connor Cameron, Abigail Campbell, Joyner Carpintero, Rakim Caruth, Manuel Cartagena Montero, Kenya Castillo, Soleil Castillo, Connor Castro, Nicole Servon, Kaylin Chambers, Carlin Chambers, Andrew Chanteloup, Lisa Chaparro, and Sarah Chatelaine, Anthony Chavez, Kendall Clark, Khalil Clark, Cassandra Cole, Hector Colindres, Angelis Condemarin, Joseph Corso, DeAndre Cortez James, Jada Cortez Patel, Gwendolyn Council, Julian Creech, Ashlyn Krantz, Zachary Crow, Brandy Crump, Jonathan Cruz, Justin Culota, Mason Cunningham, Shekinah Curry, Xavier Curry, Alyssa D'Alton, Allison Danico, Justin Daniels, Peter Davila Pimentel, Alyssa Deal, Dominic DeGrazio, Kira DeGuire Mariano, Maya Demps, Christian Diaz, Vanessa Diaz, Victor Diaz, John Dillon, Clay Dodson, Kavindra Dubé, Renita Dubé, Brianna Dooley Newbill, Isabel Doherty, Brooke Dow, Robert Drescher, Fisher Drummond, Bryce Dunnigan, Nezaret Echeverria, Gabriel Edwards, Jasmine Edwards, Alexander Elliott, Kaylin Elliott, Aaron Ellis, William Embach, Sophie Mar Encarnacion, Elizabeth Engel, Lizada Espada Torres, John Michael Etherton, Malvin Fahey, Abby Fairs, Holly Farrington, Carlos Feliciano, Anthony Ferreira, Thomas Fitzpatrick, Kyla Flannery, Ashley Fleming, Dana Fleming, Tristan Flesh, Jailene Flores, John Folsom, Stephen Forbes, Joshua Francisco, Celine Frank, Sadie Freeman, Ashley Fromm, Tyler Fry, Hannah Folk, Yuk Yu Fong, Nicholas Gall, Nathan Galloway, Christopher Gammon, Jorge Garces Barrera, Angelia Garcia, Anthony Garcia, Dariel Garcia, Kevin Garcia, Manuel Garcia Coronado, Aide Garcia Espinal, David Geffert, Jonathan Gill, Alia Glenn Lynn, Adriana Gomez Carnegie, Jasmine Gonzalez, Angelica Gonzalez, Jordan Gonzalez, Biana Gonzalez, Ethan Graham, Patrick Graham, Kaylee Grandowski, Reese Grant, Cassandra Grimmett, Ralph Gardacioni, Juan Gutierrez, Jose Gutierrez Matet, Allison Haas, Madison Hall, Jasmine Hansel, Ethan Hardesty, James Harding, Austin Harkins, Tatiana Harmon, Courtney Harrigan, Shakayla Harris, Miranda Hartnell Rivard, Devin Hayes, Jack Henyes, Enrique Hernandez, Tatiana Hernandez, Adrian Hernandez Rodriguez, Sara Higuera Linares, Colby Hill, Kristen Hill, Quinn Heck, Caitlin Holmes, Madison Holmes, Madison Holroyd, Owen Holt, Reagan Holth, Joshua Huff, Kara Hughes, Alexia Hummel, Alex Huynh, Samantha Hyman, Mira Ibrahim, Tiana Jackson, Tanaya James, Tiffany Jimenez, Autumn Johnson, Delaney Johnson, Gabrielle Jones, Jack Geralaman, Diego Joseph, Carson Cayley, Johanna Camel, Zoe Caroli, Olivia Kelly, Owen Kerr, Hannah Kettleson, Deshae Keys, Kimaris King, Timothy Kinsley, Hannah Kirkland, Lenley Klussman, Nathan Norst, Dakota Kovacs, Paris Lamastis, Tyler Lance, Oscar Latouf Sanchez, Louis Lazo, Ivy Lee, Matthew Lee, Dylan Leduc, Marcus Leslie, Kanan Latang, Zachary Levinson, Casey Lewis, Sienna Lewis, Ken Lee, Lexi Leaflander, Liliana Livera, Karen Lopez Hernandez, Lindsay Lachlan, Kaylee Lucenti, Joanna Lung, Dylan Lunsford, Brandon Lynch, Charlotte Lyons, Mary Mackey, Xavier Masonov Muniz, Shane Mara, Michael Marlette, Brian Martin, Riley Martin, Esther Martinez Cruz, Kaylee Matson, Sarah Matthews, John Morrow, Maxwell Mohini, Josue Maisonet, Cody McAlpin, Kira McCauley, Rachel McCoy, Stacy McHugh, Chase McFeely, Kiana McGarahan, Kaylin McGee, Ian McGivern, Kylie McGlone, Jason McManus, Jonathan McManus, Abigail Mendoza, Allison Merkel, Javier Mier Molina, Caitlin Mikulski, Michael Mayaducky, Riley Mitchell, Zachariah Mohabir, Jose Molina, Mark Montanez, Nalani Montgomery, Jamie Lynn Moore, Isaiah Morales, Lazarus Morales, Nicole Morales, Luis Morales Jr., Cesar Moreno Hernandez, Brian Moss, Zachary Moss, Sarah Munoz, Skylar Mycroft, Steele Mycroft, Malia Myers, Alyssa Napolitano, Amanda Navarrete, Alejandro Navarro Santini, Grant Neal, Nesar Navado Masso, Langdon Newton, Wen, Cameron Nichols, Braden Nemo, Hodari Nkari, Stephen Novas Fernandez, Dalton Nolan, Alexis Ocampo, Carlos Ochoa, Liam O'Hara, Gabriela Ojeda Gonzalez, Benjamin Olson, Ismail Omarov, Hector Ortiz, Nathaniel Ortiz, Chamira Ortiz Polanco, Rhiannon Overstreet, Anthony Paxadian, Lilith Palermo Whiteley, Gabriela Pardo, Zenobia Parson, Tyler Pora, Justin Payne, Rayanna Pearson, Adi Peña Duharik, Abigail Perez, Yvonne Perez, Natalie Perez, Victor Perez, Josine Perez Gonzalez, Amori Perez Rosado, Cheyenne Perkins, Lena Golden Perry, Trevor Peterson, Ashley Pettis, Liliana Pfeiffer, Kiva Phillips, Eric Phipps, Elias Picard, Destiny Pierce, Chiara Pietrangolari, Alani Pineda, Naomi Pinheiro, Michael Pinero, Stephen Pizzo, Corin Polk, Joseph Pomales, Kayla Pompa, Andy Pampura, Joshua Porter, James Porter III, Kiana Portuondo, William Poor, Laura Powales, Hayden Prather, Jade Pryor, Nadia Quiles, Andrea Quiles Rivera, Rafael Quintero Hernandez, Caleb Ramos, Mari Ramos, Jerico Ramos Quinones, Dani Ramtahal, Hafsa Rehman, Hugh Reed, Bianca Reinisch, Brianna Renner, Ruben Reyes, Henry Ribnikar, Faith Ridgway, Reese Riggs, Aaron Riley, Ashley Rios, Andrea Rios Ramirez, Alexander Rivas Plata, Emily Rivera, Kevin Rivera Lopez, Celeste Roberson, James Roberts, Daslin Robinson Lopez, Añelis Rodriguez, Daneri Rodriguez, Janesa Rodriguez, Joshua Rodriguez, Mark Rodriguez, Uziel Rodriguez, Melanie Rojas Restrepo, Kaya Roman, Emily Romo Moreno, Anivid Rosa Gonzalez, Ariana Rosario, Rafael Rosario, William Rosario, Kai Rose, Mitchell Ross, Haley Rubart, Ebony Rubette, Amanda Ruiz, Carter Rushton, Hisham Sadkane, Tiffany Salazar Obando, Brandon Sands, Manuel Santiago, Zachary Santiago, Gabriel Santiago Jorge, Melita Scale, Zachary Scharnberg, Abigail Schicker, Brett Schober, Madison Schiarini, Jaden Scott, Evan Sellards, Samantha Sorrell, Zoe Setterington, Keith Schaefer, Saridwin Shannon, Carson Shawfield, Cheyenne Shirazi, Isaiah Sierra, Jasmine Simmons, Isaiah Simpson, Lucian Skinner Savalish, Donovan Slack, Alexia Smear, Courtney Smith, Dijon Smith, Kalia Smith, Sebastian Smith, Tamara Sneed, Mariah Soriano Jones, Paola Soteldo, Nathaniel Soto, Matthew Spradlin, Daniel Stadig, Ethan Stamer, Luke Steinke, Alexandra Stevens, Caden Stillfield, Kerwin Stoner, Katerina Stojanovic, Katie Stokes, Devon Strange, Ryan Suku, Bryce Sullivan. Matthew Sutton. Caitlin Swem. Sean Tariq. Alyssa Tavares. Trevor Tavernier. Jose Luis Tello. Colin Thomas. Nathan Thomas. Giovanni Tirado. Tegan Tornabell. Keishli Torres Virouette. Lauren Tremblay. Taylor True. Angelica Troyer. Christina Offland. Colin Vaccaro. Axel Vargas. Mariana Vargas Gonzalez. William Vasquez. Gianna Vasquez Diaz. Joshua Vega Torres. Charles Ville St. Wilder. Isabella Volens. Phoebe Volison. Madison Walsh. Simone Ward. Jordan Watson. Anna Weiss. Deanna Wessenberg. Robert Wheatley. Jaslyn Whidden. Angela Williams. Avery Williams. Max Williams. Sophia Williams. Davari Willis. Christopher Wyrick Velez. Caleb Wisely. Emily Wolfe. Elizabeth Wong Ken. Abby Wright. Anna Wunderlich. Emily Yeagley. Brendan Humans. Stephen Zambrano. David Zayas. Rina Zaidan.
At this time, class of 2020, it gives me great honor as you participate in your final act as graduates or alumni, the turning of the tassels. In doing so, you are signifying your own growth and transformation from a student to a graduate and the new beginnings that are marked by this very special day. Therefore, the class of 2020, please rise, stand together as one. Please turn your tassel from the right side of your cap to the left side of your cap, which symbolizes you are now an official graduate. Once again, class of 2020, congratulations. And at this time, please join me in congratulating the visionary class of 2020.